Ken Kara, very happy to be here at my alma mater on Penn State Hazleton, and with the all-time leading scorer for the women's basketball program. We have to look into it possibly both men's and women's, but McKenzie Prutsman, senior here. McKenzie, first off, we were here tonight and you were on the bench, but how hard was it? I mean, I know you're always go, go, go. Is that one of the hardest things? Have you missed a game since being in?
It's definitely the hardest thing I've ever had to do. We were just talking about this earlier. We think I might have missed one game freshman year, but that was it. I've never missed one besides that, so it was difficult.
I was talking with Coach Brogan and some of the other people about you before the game, and Coach Brogan kept just saying, you have this other gear, you have this other gear. When he says that, what do you think he's talking about? And do you have a gear that goes slow ever? I mean, I know you have a gear to go really fast, but is there one to be like, take it easy for right now?
It's funny you say that because I think some of my coaches have been trying to get me to use that other gear that I don't have. I just want to go all the time. And that's just the way I've always been, just speed. I just like to use my feet and go fast.
Were you a runner? Did you do track or anything, or is it?
I did do track, but it was just for fun. It was never, I never loved it, but it was just for something to do.
What events did you do?
The 100, the 200, long jump, and 4x1.
So was it just like, hey, you're fast, can you come and maybe try?
Yeah.
Did you have success with it?
Oh yeah, I did. I won sectionals in New York.
You got to play with Alexis Daly, who had this record before you. What was that kind of like as a freshman, watching her play and just maybe learning from her? Or
Lex is the best player I've ever played with in my whole career. She's a great captain, great player. She has so many different aspects to the game, but I was talking to this with my athletic director. We were two completely different players, but we learned a lot from each other, and I looked up to her so much, and for this to happen, and it was her record, I can't even explain how it feels.
We interrupt this interview to point out that no one has scored more points than McKenzie Prutsman in Penn State Hazleton basketball history. That's for the men's and women's programs. We also wanted to share with you what her coach Pat Brogan had to say about her game and her leadership.
She's my point guard, my scorer. She's really the glue of the team. And back in November when we had 4 girls and the season was in jeopardy, she was the one that we just combed other sports, the soccer program, the volleyball program, and try to get a couple more girls to save this year because she wanted to compete, not lose her senior year. And we found a couple of girls and were able to salvage the season. But as far as a leader and a competitor, she's small and she's kind of slight and quiet, but man, she's got a heart of a lion, and I love her as a coach. I'm very lucky to have her on this team.
That's some high praise coming from her coach. So now let's get back to our interview with McKenzie Prutsman, the all-time leading scorer in Penn State Hazleton basketball history. Lord, have you impressed yourself, or was this kind of like, this is what I always knew I could do?
I honestly never really think about it. We actually have a joke here because sometimes I'll have like there was a game I had 40 points but we lost, and I was just crying because I hate losing. And my 1,000-point game last year, they wanted to take pictures and I was like, I just want to go home, we lost the game, it didn't matter to me. So I think that I never really look at my personal stuff. You hear sometimes players keep track of their points in games. I've never done that. I could never tell you how many points I've had. It's just really important to me to get the win. That's what I want to do.
So 10 years from now or whenever, and you're inducted into the Hall of Fame here and all this stuff is happening, what do you think you're going to be doing job-wise?
Hopefully working with people who have disabilities.
What do you think you're going to be doing basketball-wise? Do you think you're going to still be on a court somewhere and competing?
I'll definitely be coaching.
You'll be coaching?
Yes.
McKenzie, it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much. And you've talked about how much you like going, so I always appreciate when you stop and take some time for us. From High Acres at Penn State Hazleton, I'm Ken Kara.